Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. Today I want to talk about our proof of relationship in my wife's immigration interview from, was that 2015 when we got married. It's a very important step if you're going to get married or even a fiance visa. There's some things you should have to make your visa go more smoothly. For example, my wife printed transcripts, many pages, we didn't use all of them, from Viber and Skype. I mean, she had a whole bunch of pages. So what I did was I culled them for the most pertinent details, because my agent, I had an agent, he said you only need about 10 pages. You don't need a phone book of information. So just keep that in mind. Make them count, though. If you have 8, 9, 10 pages, make sure it counts. Screenshots we had of when we were talking with each other. We had the pastor in the photos from the wedding. That's advised over just having you two in a wedding. That could be anywhere. But if you have a pastor in there, that does lend some credence to it. Let's see, you could have, we could have the whole wedding list for sure, because that's just more proof that there were people there. Make sure the dates all line up with your marriage certificate and all of that. Any purchases that you made for the wedding, you can keep that. Receipts from like hotels when you were condo, when I stayed there. I went there the first time and married her, so I did have some receipts. And if you got a receipt from the embassy, where you may have to get some paperwork beforehand, then you can keep that appointment. I think I probably even had a screenshot of my embassy appointment online that we were able to keep. My pastor, who knew I was following a Filipina and we were thinking about getting married, he wrote a letter to the embassy stating his knowledge that I've been seeking a Filipina and been keeping him informed of our relationship. So he wrote a note in there saying that anyone can contact him if they want to ask him questions. That added some legitimacy to it, and put an email in there to my pastor saying that, I know it's been quick, but been only 12 days, and I'm thinking about maybe proposing to her. That was in there. And so we practiced. The main thing is to get proof that you've been together. Then you want to practice a little bit, but the more proof you have, the less time they're going to take with you. My wife was just asked a couple of questions. After all the memory work she did, they just asked her a couple of things, took about 5 minutes or less. Like, are you going to work in America, and what does your husband do? And that was about it. So just to help you be prepared to meet your love beyond the sea.